网上好多大龄未婚的单身博主全部都在说单身有多
Many
好。
online bloggers in their 30s and 40s are still single and often talk about how wonderful single life is. But today, I no longer want to maintain a perfect image. I want to speak honestly. I am 38, unmarried, and genuinely anxious. In the past, I always appeared calm and told people that being single was freeing, comfortable, and enjoyable. But the truth is that I'm not calm at all. When I'm alone, those feelings sometimes surface quietly. They become especially strong when a close friend who was also single suddenly tells me, I'm getting married. Please come to my wedding. Or when I see former classmates getting married and having children one after another. It would be a lie to say that I feel nothing.
解法，但是我真的找不到对象，好难过呀。
Right now, I truly cannot find a partner, and that makes me very sad. Other people already have 2 children, while I cannot even find someone to date. I sometimes wonder whether my standards are too high, but honestly, I do not think I am asking for too much. I can say objectively that there is nothing seriously wrong with me, and I am easy to get along with. I was often treated badly in past relationships. I never spent any of a man's money, and those experiences have changed the way I see marriage. If I marry, I do not want a bride price, the traditional practice where the groom's family provides money or gifts as part of the marriage arrangement. I only want to raise a child together and share the responsibility of building a family. Love matters less to me now, and appearance is no longer important, but I have never truly felt properly loved. I am already 32 and I still want to marry and have children.
我今年37了，没有结婚，没有生孩子。
I'm 37, unmarried, and have no children. I do not understand why marriage has been so difficult for me. My parents say I do not have to marry, but I must have a child. They say the family needs me to continue the family line and worry about who will care for me when I am old. But I do not even have a partner, so who am I supposed to have a child with? I'm already 37, and I fear that in a few years my fertility may decline so much that I will lose the chance to become a mother. I feel that I have already missed the best time for marriage and childbirth, and I have been feeling down. When I think about never having children, I worry that I may spend the rest of my life alone. I also wonder who would marry a woman unable to have children. I'm frightened and anxious. It is not that I do not want to marry. At my age, I no longer feel able to be selective. I do not feel that I have many choices. Finding someone suitable would be enough, especially if he could love me. I no longer ask for much. I own a home and a car, and I also have a dowry. Women who remain single into their 30s are beginning to feel anxious. When they were younger, some were highly selective and continue raising their standards. Now, some find themselves being rejected in the dating market. At its core, the marriage market works through supply and demand. Highly sought-after partners are limited, while expectations continue to rise. As a result, some women may miss what they see as the best period for marriage and childbirth while waiting. At the matchmaking corner in Shanghai's People's Park, a well-dressed woman holding a personal advertisement stands in a crowd of onlookers, a place known for informal public matchmaking where families and individuals post profiles seeking partners. Her preferred age range for a partner is unusually broad, from 30 to 60. A 62-year-old man then steps forward and says, "What about me? I am 62. I am the legal representative, the officially registered person of 3 listed companies, and I can give you 300,000 yuan a month for personal expenses." His offer quickly draws widespread attention and discussion online.
Stand up and let me take a look. You seem quite petite. What are your requirements?
They are clearly written here. I am 159 centimeters tall, born in 1989, and weigh 98 jing, which is equivalent to about 49 kilograms.
You're already in your 30s.
I do not smoke, drink, or gamble, and I can cook. My requirement is a man under 60. That is my limit.
Under 60. I'm only 2 years above that limit.
You are already 62?
Yes, I pay my housekeeper 7,500 yuan a month, and she has worked for me for 13 years.
I want to be a full-time homemaker. What happened to your wife?
She died in a car accident.
I still want children. You already have a son, but I do not have any children. Sir, what are your circumstances? How many properties do you own?
I have 2 listed companies, 1 unlisted company, and 4 villas between Shanghai's inner and outer ring roads.
So you would give me more than 30,000 yuan a month?
At least. Add another zero.
300,000 yuan a month.
That's an easy case.
You are 3 years older than my father. Your son is probably older than I am.
My son was born in 1990.
Then you should introduce your son to me instead.
These are my son's requirements.
You're unwilling to introduce your son to me?
That depends on what my son is looking for. If you meet his requirements, I could consider it.
You came here to find a match for your son, but ended up looking for one for yourself.
I can look for a match for my son and for myself.
After the matchmaking video went viral, some people estimated how many men might meet the women's requirements. They suggested that fewer than 2,000 unmarried men in Shanghai would qualify. It is unclear how many of them would be willing to marry a 37-year-old woman without a job. Some said she could set up a stall at People's Park for a week to see how much interest she receives. In the marriage market, some women remain single at an older age because their view of themselves does not match reality. Some struggle to accept that they are ordinary. Financial status has become the main and sometimes the only factor in choosing a partner. What is often overlooked is that financially secure men who have stable careers and are willing to marry are much less common than many people expect.
我37了还没结婚，工作忙的没有时间谈恋爱。
I'm 37 this year and still unmarried. I admit I am someone who is attracted to strong men, men who are more capable and more outstanding than me. I want someone who can show me how things work in the real world, guide me in making decisions, and help me grow. Someone confident and charismatic, who naturally pushes me forward so we can both become better versions of ourselves. I don't like men who have to be taught everything, or who thinks that buying a few cups of milk tea or saying a few sweet words is enough to prove themselves. Some people say I only care about looks, but to me, real attractiveness comes from responsibility and ambition.
我是一个非常失败的山东女孩。
I'm from Shandong and I often feel like a failure. I'm already 32 and I'm still not married. No matter how well I do at work, I still feel unable to lift my head when I go home. In my family's view, being unmarried at this age means something is wrong with you. But honestly, the men I meet now don't feel normal either. They want women who are beautiful, financially independent, and emotionally compatible, while also expecting women to take care of everything at home, revolve around them completely, and never place restrictions on them. They offer little emotional support, no real sense of effort or shared experience, and beyond draining energy, they don't give much in return. In that case, I would rather focus on my work and live my own life after hours.
嫁不出去到底有多大罪呢？
Is it really such a problem not to be able to get married? Is it really such a fault not to find love? This woman is also struggling with marriage pressure. She is 30 years old, works in finance, and is unmarried and childless. The pressure has led to repeated conflicts with her family. Recently, her grandmother introduced a man born in 1990, 6 years older than her. From his photos, she felt he looked somewhat older and slightly overweight. Because she places higher importance on appearance, she was inclined to decline. But her mother kept persuading her, saying good looks do not matter, that attractive men are often unreliable, and that less attractive men tend to be more stable. Under this constant pressure, she feels deeply distressed, worried that choosing the wrong person could lead to a lifetime of conflict. In another interview that drew attention online, a divorced woman openly discussed her standards for choosing a partner. She made it clear that financial strength is essential. Her future partner must earn more than she does, with a minimum income threshold of at least 2 million yuan a year. At a matchmaking corner in a park in Guangzhou, a tall, attractive woman was noticed by a male content creator who then began an interview. The woman remained calm and confident throughout the conversation, showing no hesitation.
薪水的话肯定要比我高嘛，就收入这一块。
My partner's income definitely has to be higher than mine. I'd say at least 2 million yuan a year.
Could you tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure, I was born in 1989 and live in Guangzhou. I own a house and a car. I work in the beauty industry and my annual income is around 800,000 to 1 million yuan. I'm divorced and have one child.
Given your situation, what are your expectations for a partner?
I want someone more outstanding than me. In a first-tier city like Guangzhou, his income should be higher than mine. He should be at least around 1.75 meters tall, own a house and a car in the city without a mortgage, and if he has never been married, that would be even better.
Don't you think those expectations are a bit unrealistic?
I do have strong qualities myself. People should have dreams. What if it actually comes true?
If I were that kind of man, I would never choose you. With your situation, you either end up alone or you end up raising someone else's child.
This woman earns close to 1 million yuan a year, and on paper, her expectations may not seem unreasonable, but she appears to misunderstand how the dating market actually works. A man earning 2 million yuan a year would have a wide range of options, and it is unlikely he would prioritize a divorced woman with a child. More and more older single women are appearing in the dating market. What are they waiting for? One online comment described it bluntly. Pressures from society, the workplace, and shifting social norms. Few expected that women who pursued higher education to improve themselves would later face greater difficulty finding partners. In recent years, China's expansion of higher education has significantly raised women's academic attainment. In many age groups, women now match or exceed men in bachelor's, master's, and even doctoral degrees. Today, many women finish university or postgraduate study around 27 or 28. After a few more years spent stabilizing their careers, they often pass 30 naturally, and at that point are commonly characterized as older single women, a social label that carries strong cultural weight. But the underlying logic of the marriage market has changed very little over time. Most Chinese women tend to marry up, meaning they generally seek partners who are equal or higher in education, income, career stability, or family background. Male preference often operate differently. Many high-earning or high-status men place less emphasis on education or income and more on youth, appearance, and emotional compatibility. Under similar conditions, a 30-year-old, highly educated and financially independent woman may lose out to a younger woman with fewer credentials, but a greater perceived youth and appearance advantage. This creates a structural mismatch. Highly educated and high-income women are often unwilling to choose partners they see as below their level. At the same time, higher status men are less likely to choose older women when younger options are available. As a result, a gap forms in the middle of the marriage market where many individuals find fewer suitable matches. On top of this, the cost of marriage remains high, which further reduces participation. If education